In 1984, Nick bought the basement of 13, and then gradually he managed to get all the other flats above that, because the people in them died, basically. Died and left. And so then he had the plan of putting it all together as a proper sort of heritage centre. The basement itself was condemned, so the roof had collapsed, and it was waist high. I didn't tell you this at the time, actually. It was waist high with pigeon poo.
Waist high?
Waist high, and it slightly moved. So all that had to be emptied. With he's always had friends to help him, so it's been always been a collaboration. Obviously, you can't do it alone.
No.
So from the beginning, he had friends, and then the volunteers came along, and we have people coming from other countries now to help us as well. But going back to the pigeon poo, wheelbarrows full of it, and to empty the whole space out. And then the skylight was put in, and so the whole kitchen you see now is completely reconstructed. The thing is, you don't see it when you go in. You just think, oh, it's a finished room, but there's been a whole process to get there. And the room here, I mean, this housekeeper's room is one of the rooms we've just about finished. There's bits and pieces like locks and things to go on the doors and stuff, but we've got it furnished now. We've got a new rug on the floor. The colours, it would have been painted this colour. The wood's been grained like it would have been grained. The main things that we've done, the things that would have been against listing or anything, that's all been completed now. So the things we're doing now, it's perfectly permissible.
Right.
So things like change the windows, you obviously have to have listing for that, even though they're being replaced as they were. But as you probably know, listing sort of freezes things whenever it was put in. So he's had to ask permission to put the right paned windows in, for example.
We're standing here now by what looks like a small prison, but it's not a prison. I mean, it's got bars on it, hasn't it? It's got, I say bars, it's got a mesh, which looks like there's a load of flies stuck into it. So perhaps that gives us a clue. Right. They're trying to feed on something. What is it, Paul?
Well, if you look above them, we've got some hooks.
Ah, yes.
And there would have been meat hung off those hooks.
Oh, right. So this is your meat.
It's called a meat safe or a meat larder.
Meat safe, yeah.
Yeah. And the door over there, well, the window that's there now would have been a door.
Oh, okay.
This area cool.
To keep it, cool, to keep the
meat good, yeah.
The meat good. Pretty dark in here.
That's not a real mouse.
Somebody looking for some food there. I don't know that he's going to find any. So we come out from here. So this is the kitchen.
Yeah, this is the kitchen. So you've got
kitchen of this is the second house. So yes. This is you. So in effect, you've got two kitchens.
We've got two kitchens. Yeah.
So one under number 13, and one under number 10.
10. That's right. We get confused, don't we?
Yeah. It's so hard in the short videos that I make. You know, there's such a huge project. You could spend a week trying to document what's here and what you guys have done over the years.
Well, the idea, Nick is very passionate about making things as authentic as possible. So if you're replacing a door, you don't put a new door in. If possible, you find an old door which has signs of wear on it still. So, new carpentry looks different. So if you can find the old carpentry, if you can find the old piece of wood, you put that back in again. And you might not see it. I mean, we know it's there. I mean, there's an example behind with the brick. There's a brick fireplace behind me now. One of our volunteers very carefully put all the bricks down. Most of it is covered now by the fireplace. But we know behind there, and also the back of the fireplace, you know about bungarouche? So it's a sort of traditional building method. We bungarouche the back of the chimney. And it's behind the chimney now. You don't see it behind the fireplace itself, so you don't see it. But we know it's there. So it's that attention to detail, the things you don't see, but are done properly.
Yes.
And we've all got that ethos in us now from Nick. I mean, Nick's taught us that. So it goes through the whole house.
So you don't have a deadline to finish by, or
there's no deadline.
It's just an ongoing project?
It's funding. It's getting the money together to do it. It's expensive and time consuming. That's the two things. And the volunteers come on Thursdays. Basically, there's one day a week that we do it.
Gosh.
So it does, it will take a long time.
Yes.
People give out their time for free, but their time's limited.
So, Paul, where are we headed now?
I'm going to take you outside and have a look at the courtyard.
Oh, okay. Oh, here we go.
Sorry. Right. Oh, God, right. Here we go. So be careful on the floor, because we do have pigeons.
Well, yes, we're by the sea, so you will get those pigeons. So we're in a minuscule little courtyard, but probably welcome from the house. Who would visit this? Only the servants.
It's a working space, basically. Yeah. You've got some storage over there. Do you see those storage racks there?
Some storage over here.
We recreated those because this had all been rotted away at the bottom.
Right. So what sort of things would you store on there?
We think veg, actually. There was it might have been ice. Somebody suggested it might have been an ice larder.
Oh, okay.
But we're tending towards apples and potatoes and things like that at the moment. But
right.
We had it as a chicken pen at one point. So
right.
We're a bit unsure what it was. It's one of those mysteries. For a long time, there was no skylight in that kitchen. There was a great big sheet of plastic, blue plastic. And eventually a skylight did come in. And that just getting that room back together again and we're actually functioning as a kitchen again. I mean, I like the way it's come full circle. For something, I remember when I first saw the kitchen, I thought it's never going to be finished. But eventually it does. Just slow progression. Every week, another change is happening.
We are standing on another interesting thing just below my feet. A well.
Oh, I think we can have a look at this, actually. Right, so this is... Be a bit careful. There you go.
The little centipede there. This is a well.
There you go.
That goes down. How far did you say that goes down?
Well, we think about 18 metres. I can see it really clearly today, actually, because of the it's a bit overcast. Yeah. Do you see all the brick?
Yeah. Wow.
It's absolutely fantastic, and you can see the water at the bottom, of course.
Yes, I saw the water. Is that drinking water?
Nick does say yeah. I mean, we were thinking about making our own beer at one point
from the
water. But it would have to be cleaned. I mean, they used to clean it by throwing in lime. Every year they'd throw a bag of lime in.
Gosh.
This is why it's open, because the water was pumped. So the well worked by a pump system.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't actually open it.
No. Oh, I see.
Just that once a year where you throw your bag of lime in.
Bag of lime in. Bloody hell.
They'd not use the water for a day or so, and then they'd use it again.
Gosh.
That's just to clean all the bacteria.
Yeah. Wow.
Probably not something we do now.
No.
It's great though, isn't it?
Health and safety might not approve of that.
But we also do dining events, because this is my passion. It's historic food. And we have 2 events. My favourite is Dine Like a Servant, because that's my baby. And basically we get 24 people and they come and have a authentic, historical meal together in the old kitchen. So in that old room that was completely demolished, that was derelict, that room has now become a dining space. And I cook in the scullery, and we like I said, we serve authentic recipes, and everyone has a wonderful time. Yeah, and that's my favourite. We do lunch with the curator as well, so it's a guided tour and a lunch. So that space is being used now. The space that was, derelict is now, part of our space. But we still hold guided tours in the winter as well if we can, because people are desperate to see it. We get lots of inquiries on social media about come and see it, can we come and visit it? And I think, well, as you know, it's got a certain feel to it.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
There's something very special about the townhouse, I think.